So my other topic is that I wanted to talk about was Michaela. You know, I had my own suspicions of everything that was going on, um, but I believe and I think that Michaela was addicted to cocaine. I honestly believe. Now it's kind of weird, and the reason I say it's kind of, I wouldn't say weird. It's a it's a it's a good analysis to have that those that have a sister like I do, or a brother, like even a female, like how is it related that your genetics could attract you in your behavior to how likely it is that they'll also be addicted to cocaine and drugs. Now, I was never addicted to drugs. I never, as much as drugs that I've done, I never robbed anybody, and I never sold my property, and I never, I never robbed people, and I never sold my property for drugs, ever. If I ran out of drugs and didn't have money for drugs, then I just didn't do drugs. And so I think back on how I used to do drugs and my behavior, and like, whether I was a fiend or I was always like, okay, there's, some more drugs, go get some more dope, you want to do more dope. And, um, and so, and I thought it was important for me to say something. I thought it was important for me to say something that, you know, uh, I have suspicions and my ideas that she got addicted to heavy cocaine, and somebody introduced it to her, and it, it, it really bothers me and creeps me out that knowing that I have a biological sister like that, and she looks like a model, and she would have been an easy target. She absolutely would have been the easiest, simplest target for for somebody to victimize. Go do this, get drugs. And even if that person or the group of kids or whoever it was, these young guys in 20s and whatnot, or 19, didn't know about this, then the parents or someone else will get those people to do it, not knowing that what's the end result to it. Then they can bait it out. Um, but it's yeah. I think a lot of the situation, I don't know what the circumstances was, because whenever, in my opinion, like what I had to say when I saw Michaela at the grocery store, and I said this before, there was radiance, vibes that I was getting, and I could be wrong about this, that Michaela's mother was like in trouble with Child Protective Services, or she was having some sort of like parental, pick up your kid and behave good, or pick up, with a grandma. So I don't know what her life was, and what her parents' life ever were, and what goes in with that circumstance. But without a doubt, if I met Michael Jackson, then what are the chances of my biological father got thrown that white woman, that blonde white woman? And it's very likely that something that could have happened to him, and the reason is because of Miguel. Because if Miguel had done this to my brother Frankie, it would have been an exchange to keep him preoccupied, because the homosexuals and the gays that were all defending Miguel and Diana, the transgender, and everyone else that was involved in this, doesn't ever change the circumstances that they know how to sell people. They know how to sell sex and sell it to people to get what they want, and they're very nasty with it. So what they would do with my biological father, knowing that it's a big issue, and they think about, oh, we gotta hold on, we don't want anybody to know about these homosexuals. Frankie got raped. Oh, but we gotta keep Sonny. You know what? Just keep him busy. Throw him a white woman. Yeah, they'll do that, and so they'll throw him that beautiful Barbie-looking woman. Michaela shows up in the world. But the idea of it is that nobody knows what's really going on, because my biological father, nobody knows that I met Michael Jackson when I was a kid. So there is everyone else that knows about it. So the best thing to do is to keep you busy, put you in your place, get you a woman, whatever, because the value of that is so high that it's more important to keep you in the corner and busy and just, whatever, have a baby or whatever. To somebody else doesn't care. But what's happening to me in other circumstances is Uh, you know, and Frankie is pretty bad. And but I was, you know, thinking that I'm not trying to be nasty with this conversation, you know, by any means. You know, I don't know what her family and upbringing was like, but but uh, but I do think to myself that the that you know, because I was thinking of this earlier today. I remember Michael Rossiter. Some girl by the name of Michaela, and I don't know if this Michaela girl was a transgender or not, but this person said their name was Michaela, and Michael was laughing, and I know how Michael is. I know exactly how he is. He's a very conniving, throat-cutting motherfucker, like very nasty in a way that, you know, if he knows that I wouldn't pull a gun and kill him, then he'll fuck my mother in the ass and laugh about it, and he will do it without a doubt, because he knows that if he knows that nobody will put him down on the opponent, then he'll steal and take and mutilate them in every single way, and that's the way that he is. So since he knew that I didn't know Michaela, and he knew this, he was laughing about it, saying, "Yeah, she sucked my dick," and he was like, and he was talking about Michaela. And I know how he is. He's real intelligent to use that as a baiting tool. We went over and dropped her off once over at some trailer park, and then he broke up with her, and he said he met her at Afterlife. But I don't know if he said he did fuck her or not. But he was like very disregarding of this person. And then he goes, "Oh," he goes, "Have you seen Danielle? Danielle, she was here a couple of days ago." And kind of look around, but he gets a vibe and sense to see whether I know, because he said the word sister with his Danielle. So I think it's important for me to say something about this, because I think I remember, I don't know, I want to say I remember, like, the end of that conversation. He told me, when I asked him, "Wait, whatever happened to that girl you met at Afterlife, like a couple of months?" He goes, "Oh, dude, she got with some black guy and had a kid with some black guy." So I think it's important for me to say this, because Michael said that to me, and I want to say that's exactly what he said. He said she got with some black guy, dude, and had some kid with him or something. He said something about, but he said it in a way that was like laughing, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, she got with some black guy, dude, yeah, whatever, fuck her," and he was laughing about it. But I think it's important for me to say something like this, because I don't know the details and a lot of this, but it sucks, and I'm old now, it's too late, yeah.